We're here. Well,
Welcome,
welcome to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn,
YouTube
YouTube Live,
Live, all the places.
all the places. This is Animation Mentor. My name is Tim. I
Tim.
am a student success coach here at Animation Mentor.
You sure are.
That
And my
guy.
name is Mars. I am also a student success coach here at Animation Mentor.
And he happens to be 1 year older today. It is Mars' birthday today. Bang.
Tis true.
yeah.
Tis true.
So maybe it's a little bit early to call that out. I don't know because there's nobody jumping in yet. There will be unless I'm missing something. Right?
There's a few people. Yeah, there's a few people here. Whoa, we're already
that's
off.
quick. Wow. Shout not bang. I'm in there. What's your thoughts on opinions on Blender 3D?
We'll get to your
Blender's
question.
Cool,
Yeah. Go ahead.
but industry standards a lot more around Maya, right? That's what we used to teach our courses here.
Maya.
A lot of the studios use that, but they also use their own proprietary software as
True,
well. It's kind of
true.
based on framework of things like Maya, right?
Yeah.
Blender is cool. It's free. It's open platform, so a lot of people use it. It's awesome. There's no doubt about it. But you want to study with us, you should probably learn some Maya. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
As I sip my tea.
I couldn't agree more. Yep. So that's great. And those to you just joining, what is this? This is a live stream, Animation Mentor.
Yes, Jose. You can watch it
Yes.
later.
Yes, this will
Share
be.
it with your family too.
Yeah, please do. Yes, this will be available on LinkedIn. You can watch it on YouTube or Facebook. It'll be replayed. So yes,
Bang.
absolutely.
Ender,
So,
what's up? Welcome back, alumni. Ender,
yes.
hanging with us.
So yeah, just a brief intro on what we're doing here. This is a live stream. Tim and I are both on the admissions team, and we're here to answer questions about Animation Mentor. How does it work? How do classes work? How does tuition work? How does registration work? Also, studio training. If you're all look at Kelvin.
Kelvin, what's up?
He is a scholarship winner. So happy for this guy, Kelvin. I'm so excited for you.
Emield, I noticed a handful of y'all's mentors work into the Spider-Verse. Did anyone that teaches on your platform work on Across the Spider-Verse? Guess what the answer is?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're darn tootin'.
Not only mentors, we had graduates working on that film. But yeah,
doubt.
absolutely.
Good
You
call.
can certainly study directly with animators that worked on both Into and Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And as Mars was saying, we are here to answer questions about Animation Mentor. Technical questions we're not going to get into. We're not going to dive into areas that we're not experts in that area, right?
We
So
leave that to the mentors, right?
the mentors, the pros, exactly. But yeah, but stuff
anything
like
else.
yeah, exactly. Anything else, throw it out there, right? So
So let's see here. We got another one. Show is asking some good questions. So let's take a look.
Yeah.
And I'll start highlighting some over here as well. So, what kinds of animation should I do to learn animation? So that's a great question too. It really kind of depends on what your level is. So I mean, if you're new to animation, that's exactly what we do here. We have an entire set of core 3D character animation courses that take you through everything from learning the 12 principles, which is really going to be step one. And if you don't know Maya, let's take a step even before that. You want to learn the basics of animating in Maya.
Yes.
As you may already know, Maya is complicated software, right? You could do modeling and rigging and animation and lighting and visual effects. You can do all kinds of different stuff with it. But the difference with our Maya workshop is we specifically show you the tools you need to learn Maya for animation, for 3D character animation.
Correct.
So start there, and then you'll move into animation basics, which is all about the 12 principles of animation, body mechanics. I know you can't stop moving when you hear that music, Tim.
it's like it comes to my body. You know what I mean?
It's built into your
It's
bones.
tingling. It's just sorry about
That's right. Body mechanics and eventually acting, where you're going to learn facial animation,
my body
lip
mechanics.
sync, and everything. I feel like the music might be a little loud, so I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm
that. And I'll tell you what, guys like Kelvin know about that too, because Kelvin's starting with us next year, man.
yes.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. He's starting in that animation basics class.
He
Am I right?
is so excited. Yes, he sure is.
Amazing, man. So we're
That's
glad
really
to have
cool.
him on board with us too. And so that's the cool thing about these streams You get people like Ender, who's an alum, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
he's out there doing his thing. He's working, doing all kinds of cool stuff. And then you got guys like Kelvin, who just starting out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, in what? If Kelvin goes through this whole program, 18 months later, he's going to be our new Ender popping in going, hey, remember when I
Right.
first started? I'm working on, you know, Spider whatever at that point, right? How many
Right,
verses
right.
are there?
You want to take this one, Tim?
Yeah. So on the application, applicants have the option to add some works from their portfolio in case they want to jump ahead. Should I only be adding 3D work, or is it okay to provide 2D stuff? Yeah,
Awesome
well,
question.
that is a good question, and that happens a lot where people will submit their demo reel. That's called advanced placement. So if you feel like your skill level is a little bit beyond advanced animation basics, submit your demo reel. However, the 2D work is cool to look at, but we're mainly a 3D character animation school. So please, you know, kind of alter your reel, or if you already have it in there, just mention that, you know, timestamp it and go, hey, my 3D work is at, you know, 1 minute and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It
And
happens
honestly,
to be.
Yeah, and what you should do too, if you have multiple types of work, put your 3D stuff up front.
Yeah.
Put that in the beginning. Put your 2D stuff, storyboarding, whatever else you have. Put that later on. You want the person evaluating your work, and this goes for applying for jobs as well. You want to make sure that the work you're presenting is relevant to what you're being placed for, whether it's advanced placement here or a job at a studio as well.
Yeah.
If you're applying for a
if you
3D
do-
job.
Yeah, if you have your reel with just 2D stuff, they're automatically going to say, yeah, you should probably take our Maya workshop
Exactly.
because we see
exactly.
2D stuff. We need to see 3D stuff to properly evaluate what class you could be approved to play to start off with.
Absolutely. I mean, there certainly is going to be some similarities across 2D and 3D, but
Yeah,
the process
principles
is
are
different.
principles. Yeah.
Principles are principles. Exactly. Cool. Great questions. Keep them coming. If you guys have more questions, I always like to throw this one out there. Where are you guys checking in from? Where's everybody at? We didn't even talk about that. We jumped in with the questions right off the bat.
Yeah, that was quick.
It was, which is great. I'm in Northeast Ohio.
He is.
It's actually beautiful out here. It's been a very mild fall so far, except for 5 inches of snow we had a couple months ago.
It's beautiful here too. I happen to be in what they call the natural state. The natural state is Arkansas. Fayetteville,
natural.
Arkansas is where I've moved from California
Yep.
to here. Mars as well. Mars moved from California as well to Ohio as well. We're just kind of checking things out and seeing what's going on.
Big old country, just checking
Yeah,
out different parts.
There's a lot
you
to
know?
see from what I understand. There's more than just one state.
I'm in the Buckeye State.
You are in the Buckeye State.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful over here too. Where are you guys checking in from, folks?
Where's everybody checking in from?
Come on now.
Got some exciting stuff, if I can say that properly. Exciting stuff coming up
I like
here. Cool. We
Good
got
call, Cameron. Cameron's talking about
nice.
that. If you're only
Yep.
a Blender user, that Maya workshop could change your life.
Yeah, let me pull that beautiful animation mentor logo that we have up there off so we can
Bam.
see.
So we can see it. That's cool. Bam. Look at that. It's like
There
magic.
you go. There. Kind of know what I'm doing almost now.
Yeah. Not bad.
But we do have some exciting stuff coming up. Speaking of the Maya workshop, we're accepting applications right now for 2 terms, for the winter term and the spring 2024 term. If you
Yes.
don't have any Maya experience yet, you're going to want to apply for the spring term
Correct.
because the next Maya workshop actually starts in the winter term. So you want to do that. If you do
Can't
have
do them both
Maya,
at the same time.
you can't. No, you don't want to do that at the same time. And then if you do have Maya experience and not just modeling, animation experience in Maya, then you can apply for the winter term for sure. Or advanced placement, you could certainly apply for the winter term. And then what else exciting coming up? We've got a couple of things. Tim, what do you got? What are you thinking
There's a
about?
couple things on there. I wanted to piggyback on that first thing too that you talked about the application. If you do apply and you get that stuff in there, make sure that you do mark your Maya knowledge. If it's, if you don't have any, put none, right?
Mhm.
If you've heard of it, still put none, right? Do yourself a
right.
favor. And then they ask you to write an essay. Some people call it an essay.
Tell us
Some
what that
people
is.
call it a statement, right? Declaration, right? If
Oh, a
you will.
declaration.
I just made that up, by the way. Not
like
the
that.
word, but but it's basically tell us a story on why you want to become an animator.
What does a story consist of?
Yeah, usually I'd say 1 to 2 paragraphs. Now, a paragraph is a series of sentences together, right? Not just one sentence, right? But a series of them. Because
Like 4 or
animation is
5
all
of
about
them?
what?
Storytelling.
Storytelling. Tell us the
Yeah.
story. Mars and I read every single application essay that comes through. We love them. And many times, if it's a really good one, we share that essay with the rest of the team. It's called our
Internally.
Essay of the Month.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool thing to get your essay on our Essay of the Month kind of a, award thing. Not really like an award that we send out, but amongst the team here at Animation Mentor, we will do that. So do that, please. Now,
Good.
back to cool things that are going on. Ooh, we got a lot going on this week.
We got-
First off, today's a special. It's Mars' birthday. I said it early when we jumped in, but nobody, there's only a couple of people in there. Mars grabbed another year and put it behind him.
I made it
and
this
so
far.
He made it this
I'm
far. So
grateful.
he's 1 year older, right?
Yeah,
Today is the day.
Today is actually my birthday.
The actual day.
And here it's 1:14 on 11:14.
See there? Oh yeah, perfect. Now another thing that's going on is this week, Thursday, Friday.
Does that mean it's 11:14 in California?
It is
10:14.
No, 10:14.
Sorry.
This week, we are going to be in Burbank, California. Myself, Mars,
For what?
Cameron and Bo Pratt, and a massive list of our mentors, professional animators, are going to be at CTN Expo in Burbank, California. This is the mecca of animation. So this is a 4-day event where they're going to have all these studios out there, all kinds of presentations, just an amazing amount of stuff going on. Animation Mentor is going to have an unbelievable booth set up out there. We're going to be giving away free workshops out there. We're going to be doing real reviews at our booth. Our mentors are doing presentations on clarity and animation and acting. I mean, just all these cool things that are going on. 4 days, Marriott in Burbank, California. I know it's last minute, right? For some of you folks that maybe never heard of this, that's okay. You could even do it next year, as well. But you could also go to their site and check out some of the cool events that are going on there as well. That's a QR code right there that Mars popped in there.
Just
Feel
dropped
free
it
to
in.
scan it.
Yeah, check it out.
So that's something cool that's going to go on, and it's going to be a lot of fun to go to California. I haven't seen Mars in the in the human form in golly, what, 2 years now?
More than that?
Man, it seems forever, right?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Insane. But we'll be hanging together, so if you guys have a chance, check it out. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And thank you, Kelvin. Appreciate the wishes.
Mm-hmm. What else we got going on over here?
Well, I don't know if people have checked this out. I'm going to go ahead and drop this little QR code off for now. But there's something pretty amazing that launched at Animation Mentor. The Animation Mentor
Talk to me.
2023 Student Showcase.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what this is, every single year we highlight some of the best work of our students and recent graduates, and we compile it all together in a video and we share it with the world. It's really, really awesome. If you haven't seen it yet, I have created a QR code. It's going to take you directly to YouTube. So, and if you're not following us on YouTube, please make sure that you do. It's one of the best ways to find out what's going on, to see some of the latest stuff.
I'm going to scan it. Do you mind?
No, please do.
All right.
Hopefully I got the QR code right.
I'll tell you right now.
Someone scanned it.
Man. Look at that. It took me.
Takes you right there?
yes,
Boom.
it's there.
Okay. All right.
Outstanding.
Takes you right to YouTube.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't tell you how many times I've watched it.
And if you're watching this later, if you're just watching the recording, still scan it, because I think that'll pop up there later too.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. It's really amazing. I think one of the best parts that I love about the showcases that I watch, especially this year too, is checking out all the people that have been part of the showcase. They're from all over the place. They're from all around the world. And the shots are so diverse too. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, and what's really neat is that, it's like the best of the best work. And what we do, and this is cool when you get your work selected, right, to be put onto the showcase. We send that stuff over to professionals, right? Professional lighters. They're doing all the stuff that, really pretty it up. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, the shot looked amazing before it had that done. But now it looks like something Pixar, DreamWorks, or ILM, or any of these studios have done, yet it's student work. And how sweet is that to add to your personal show reel when you show up at a studio for work and they're like, holy crap, that's pretty amazing.
Yep.
Cool.
So yeah, definitely check that out. Really, really awesome. And we have the showcase playing on YouTube. It is on Facebook.
Everywhere.
It's on LinkedIn. It's
Yeah,
all of the
It's
places.
everywhere, man.
But yeah, definitely.
I've
check that
played
out
it
as well.
here on the. I got a 65-inch Samsung on it. I've
Nice.
played it out there, not the brand, it's just whatever, but it's TV. I've played it
Oh.
on there at the
Instead of the
house,
refrigerator.
and man, I'll tell you what, it is phenomenal on the big. I mean, it looks like, hey, are you watching like a like an animated
Is
movie?
it a
No,
movie?
it's
You're like, what
student
movie
work.
is that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's the Animation Mentor Student
yeah.
Showcase.
It's pretty cool.
That's a great movie. I love that
Yeah,
movie.
right. Yeah, it's not that
Yeah,
long, right? But
yeah,
it's
it's
still,
kind of a short movie.
yeah,
Wait for season 2.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
get the story. There's like a bunch of different stories in there. That's all.
Let's see. So, Cameron, let's see. There was another question. Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
uh,
That was I don't know. Daria had one. What is you top 10? I don't know what that is. Oh, okay, cool.
yeah. So Cameron addressed this one already, but
Yeah,
folio worthy or portfolio worthy or reel worthy. We're evaluating. If you want to be considered for a class higher than animation basics, we're looking for strong demonstration of the 12 principles. So,
yeah,
and again, yeah, if you don't have any 3D stuff, then yeah, absolutely start with the Maya workshop. Good place
yeah.
to start.
Without a doubt.
Um, cool.
Set this tone
And
for you. What else we got? We got Mahmood up there. Can you become an animation filmmaker by becoming an animator first? I would, yeah, no, most definitely.
absolutely, yeah.
And that's probably the best path to take because it's hard to tell everybody else what to do if you don't know what you're doing yourself, right? And so learn animation, right? Go through all the 6 courses and then get yourself out there. But you're gonna have to get some films under your belt, basically, right? Get your name on some film credits before you can, learn what everybody's doing. Learn under somebody else for a while, not just our mentors, but also work out in the industry for a little bit, and then maybe you want to jump into your own stuff at some point in time as well.
Yep. Hey, Carl.
Carl's
Good to see
always
ya.
with us, man. I love Carl when he's hanging out.
Carl's great.
Yeah,
Carl is very good. He stays in contact. He always gives me updates.
yeah.
He's got some big stuff coming up. Carl, I wish you the best. I know you got some big things happening. So I know I'm gonna wish you all the best of luck without sharing all your personal information on the internet.
So yeah, great one by Cameron too. Even Nimona's Nick Bruno. Yeah, Nick Bruno, junior animator when he started, and animation mentor, AM mentor, senior. I mean, and this, he just did a talk for us at our commencement speech for our graduation last week,
Amazing.
which is absolutely phenomenal. So that's cool.
That's
good. Thanks.
And that's
Mike.
another big thing that happened last week. I mean, there's so many things going on right now.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
had graduation.
Forgot about
What an exciting time. I know, right? It's crazy. I call this seasons meetings is going on right now.
Yeah. And we got to hang out with all the students in Discord afterwards.
Yeah,
right?
very,
and that
very
was
cool.
Really, really awesome.
Yeah,
That was a
couple
good
of
job.
students that had reached out to me. They're like, Mars, you were like the first person I talked to when I joined
Yeah.
Animation Mentor, and now I'm graduating. It's so hard to believe. I'll see you next week
Yeah.
at CTN, which is now this week.
Yeah, that's
So,
this week,
really,
finally.
really, really cool.
Let's go to George right there. George Jacobs right there.
Yeah, I see that one. Let's
George.
pop that one up.
George says, can Animation Mentor teach me new drawing and design techniques? I can only do a couple of art styles. George, truth is, we teach digital animation, right? 3D character animation. It's kind of our main thing, right? That's our
It
main
is.
program. However, we do offer a couple of, sort of one-off workshops, like our digital painting workshop, right?
Correct.
And
Yeah.
some of that stuff may be, useful to you. Now, I can say that while you're in our character animation courses, there will be some opportunities to draw, within those classes. If they say, hey, George, I need you to give me 5 poses of a character demonstrating strength or, or exhaustion or happiness, whatever it happens to be, give me 5 but they don't have to, they shouldn't be like super detailed, perfect, sort of, anatomically correct sketches. They want you to do, you can even get away with stick figure stuff if you can, but we're not going to be teaching, full on drawing illustration or drawing boot camp classes or anything like that. But the digital painting workshop might be something you might want to check out. It's taught by our very own Justin Owens, he's one of my favorite humans on the earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's saying something.
That is. This is another good question. Emil, hope for saying your name right. You're asking some fantastic questions.
Yeah, right.
Keep them coming. Could you guys talk about some of the strongest essays you've gotten on apps? Great question. Yeah, so first of all, the minimum is 1 to 2 paragraphs. When I see that a student or an applicant is taking the time to write more than the minimum, that's
Yeah.
a good point already. Um, Now, there's a lot of talk about AI and Chat GPT going on around there. We actually have an AI detector that we use for essays.
Yeah.
We're really looking for originality. Now, I think the adoption of AI and writing tools and stuff like that is really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that. But I think originality is key, and important as an artist,
Yeah.
whether it's a visual artist or a performing artist. If you can copy something or have a computer do it for you, it kind of lacks a
It's
little
not
bit
very
of
organic.
originality, authenticity, and so that's one thing we're seeing. We are seeing a lot of AI written essays. I think adopting the technology is important for sure, but back to what you're asking, some of the strongest essays we've seen were personal stories.
Yeah.
How has animation affected your life? How, as a kid, what was that moment where you're watching a movie and you're like, how the heck do they do this? And you
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
you have that sort of
How many
engineering
behind the
brain.
scenes? How's it made
Right.
videos have you watched?
Exactly. Or what are the films or TV shows or games that inspired you?
Yep.
And they talk about that, or where do you see yourself in the animation industry? Looking forward at and
Yeah.
seeing I'd love to be working at this studio. So those are the things that stand out to me. We kind of alternate and work together and evaluating applications with the admissions team, and so I think originality is really key.
It is, man.
And when you're telling a personal story, we can tell. And when you're
Yeah.
not, when you have 5 paragraphs written by a computer, we can tell that too.
And chances are, if you had five, paragraph or so written by a computer, there's probably 10 other people that have the exact same paragraph. Because that's the thing about AI. It's really cool. It's a great, useful tool. We definitely, are not shying away from it. But you can get 10 essays that are identical, across the board. So, Cameron, thanks so much for answering Tatiana's questions about looking for a job. He's absolutely right, Tatiana. Keep working on your reel.
Yep.
You have to do that and keep improving it. Reach out to people to go, hey, would you mind taking a look at it? And if there's anything I can prove, tell me what it is, because I want to go back in there and fix any of those things that are in there. So Cameron is right on track with those answers for you. So
Yeah.
so thank you for
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. And
Go
one
ahead.
other thing too, just about that is, continue to study. I mean, even as a professional, I know professionals who are continuing to further their work. So
Yeah.
so that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Carl's.
Yeah, Carl. He was in it. Good man, Carl.
Absolutely. Saw
Yeah.
a showcase on YouTube last week. I was curious, does Animation Mentor have a graduation ceremony like any other online school? I don't know exactly what all the other online schools do, but we do have graduation. It's very, very cool. It's
Yeah.
extremely special. We have really exciting commencement speakers that are usually pretty well known.
Yeah.
And we even have some mentor choice awards
Yeah.
where particular students will be awarded for their strong work, while at Animation Mentor. So yeah, it's very exciting. We did do it in person for quite a while. We have kind of moved to an online format. In person is amazing, but not everyone can travel to
Yeah.
California, that might be in different countries or even in different states in some cases. So I do like the online format. I think it's pretty cool. It does allow for everybody to share the same experience at once. So yes, we do, Carl. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I
Hope
agree.
you're part of it too.
Let's check out Elena.
Let me scroll down.
Whoops, sorry about that. Yeah. So Elena is asking, hello, curious about the outlook for animation roles in the future. I've noticed various companies experiencing layoffs, and there's discussion about AI potentially replacing artist jobs, including some in animation. What do you think about the future of animation, right? So, that's one of those things. Sure, when it first came out, we're like, oh man, whoa, wow, what's going to happen? Well, to be honest with you, it's totally fine, because, even with AI being, there, like we just talked about with essays coming through, there's no individuality with it. There's no human element to it. And so even though AI is doing its thing, I think it's going to actually increase the amount of opportunities that there are going to be for animators, because it's going to help some of these companies to start maybe producing more content, which is going to need human animators to come in to clean that stuff up. Similar as like when motion capture first came out, right? When they had the suits or even performance capture with the balls all over the face for like Avatar and movies like that. It still has to be sent over to character animators to go right back through that stuff and clean it all up. We embrace AI here at Animation Mentor. The only part we don't is when they're writing 10 essays the same way. Right.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the only thing. But I don't think it's having any issues. And with some of the, the writer strike stuff being lifted, evidence is coming through with events like CTN that we're going to be at this week,
Yeah.
where all the studios are going to be there promoting their latest work. Just like when Lightbox happened a few weeks ago, all the studios were there too. And
Yep.
this place was packed with animators, studios, and people like that. I don't think it's having any effect whatsoever on anything that's going on in the industry.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, I think that there's a lot of work out there, and it's evident on our job board on the
Yeah.
student campus. That thing's
Yeah, for
updated
sure.
every day, and it's loaded with gigs, man.
Yeah, one other thing, Eleni, is a guy that Tim, Andrew Schlessel. Schlessel? Is that right? Did I say that right?
Schlessel.
Schlessel. He did a great TED talk on how the animation industry is evolving with AI. Highly recommend you check it out. I don't have a link
Yeah.
or his name, but
You can look him on LinkedIn too.
Yeah, you can just look it up, Andrew Schlessel, and then a TED talk.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it's called?
I don't.
I think it's
but
called "What Are You Going to Do Now?" I think. Is
Yeah,
what it's
I
called.
believe you are
think
right.
that's-
He's got a few of them on there, but he's a great speaker and super useful stuff. What do we got? Let's scroll back a little bit. What you had one up there? Oh, Durrani.
Yes. That was
Yeah,
the one I was
Durrani,
looking
okay.
at too. Cool.
Yeah. Hi, I'm a 3D
So this is a
animator
good
from
one
India.
too.
Yeah, working for DreamWorks project since 5 years. How do I upgrade my sense of quality? If I want to move abroad from India, please guide me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a great opportunity for advanced placement for sure.
Agreed.
We get a lot of students who are working professionals in the industry, and that's why we have our advanced placement program. Professionals at any level always have room to grow. And, I think that's, submitting your work here, getting an evaluation of your level, and then, taking some classes here can really help elevate your animation level. There's always work that can be done. There's critiques, there's feedback, there's exercises that you can do. So I think you'd be a great candidate for advanced placement program. I definitely recommend that you check that out.
Yep.
Cool. Let's see. Cameron's on it. Thank you so much, Cameron, for helping us out. We appreciate all of your help. What else we got here? We got another AI question. On the topic of AI, any thoughts of Cascadeur as this developing AI-assisted animation workspace and in learning? I got to be honest, I'm not 100%, really familiar with that particular tool. But as we were saying, I
Is it
think
like a keyframing software? I think.
Oh, is it? I've heard of it, but I'm not terribly familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a little bit too deep for. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not in
I
the
just
know
think
of
that-
using Cascadeur.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with it, but I think kind of going back to what we were saying earlier, I think that learning about how these tools work, how to adopt them in workflows, I think it's going to be great. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity, going forward in how we're going to adopt these tools. What are actually really good tools? Because we are seeing some stuff with, like motion capture. You just put your phone there and stand in front of it and act a scene out, and it does that. But it's still not going to be
Still missing some
studio
stuff.
quality animation. It's there's a lot of things that
And I
Yeah,
mean,
go
I'll
ahead.
tell you right now, when it first came out, I was probably the most resistant person, to it, but then you're like, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So we have to work with it. We have to figure out how to work
absolutely.
with it and
That's
not work
right.
around it. You know?
right
And so
or
that's
work without it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't do it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
No, no, we-
But hopefully it doesn't come into the iRobot situation, right?
I was I was just gonna say that. I was like, but we have seen iRobot.
Right. I've watched the movie several times. Will Smith had some issues with that thing.
Oh man, he had a couple issues.
Right. Just
That's
saying.
funny.
But that's a different subject there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Emil,
hide
you're
the-
right. And I wanted to give
Oh, yeah.
So if you put things in there, illusion of movement, illusion of life, stuff about Spider-Verse, things like that in your essay, man, That's exactly the stuff that we're looking for. Somebody that mentions the illusion of life. Aha!
Right.
This is
That's
somebody that gets it, right?
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of our most recommended, books that you can get. So
Absolutely.
for sure. Yep. Go ahead, Mars.
Well, I'm
Sorry
gonna.
about that.
Oh, yeah, no worries. I'm gonna throw this back up, just so you can check that out. Please check out the student showcase. 100% of the animation is done by our students here from all around the world. Check it out. Follow us on YouTube and all the places. I'm gonna throw up a couple more things here. We've got some stuff. Be sure to follow us here. Oh, I didn't think that was going to disappear. I thought it was going to stick around. If you've got other questions about how to attend Animation Mentor, how do you apply, how do you sign up, how do you register, you can give us a call. You can text us, 877-426-3628. You can also email us, admissions@animationmentor.com. Goes right to me and Tim.
Yep.
And other than that, we're going to see at CTN. Excited to report back next month on how that goes. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to throw that QR code one more time.
Bam.
And we'll see you guys in December. Hard to believe. We'll be back in the final
Almost
month
at
of
the
the
end
year.
of this thing. 2023 is like over almost.
2023 is pretty much almost over. But yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that
Yes.
celebrates. Happy
Thank you.
Diwali. I know that just happened.
Yep.
But yeah, happy holidays to everybody. We'll see you guys in a month. And for those of you that are attending CTN, we'll see you in a couple days.
Stop by our booth.
Yeah, come check it out.
We got to take pictures. You got to tag us, right?
Yes, all that stuff.
I mean, come on by, please.
All right,
Cool.
you guys. Take care.
Bye, guys.